I record my calls.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Let me find your case here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I have been having a great difficulty reporting a lot of things to the police department regarding a stalker that I met. He used to communicate with me through fake pages, and now I've been getting harassing phone calls and hang-ups for years. And I've had an inability to be able to report a lot of different things to the police department. My phone has even shut off in multiple different carriers.
What did you say? Your phone what?
Shut off in emergencies. My service shut off with multiple different carriers. I had issues with my cell phone service that I think he was behind.
Okay, you think the stalker's behind it?
Right, and I've had an inability to report it to get it investigated for years. So the reason why I think he's behind it, because there's a multitude of people that have been slandering me, and there's evidence that I have been getting slandered, but police would not do an investigation. I was detained on false.
What's that evidence that you're being slandered?
Well, for example, there was a CPS worker that's made false statements out of Hillsboro, Texas, and they that can easily be resolved with the letters that the handwritten letters that I wrote him. He said that I made statements in letters that I didn't. Him and Regina Harris out of Waco. So all they would have to do is just pull the handwritten letters that I wrote when I was in jail on false charges. But no one has done that for years, and that would show that he made false statements to get my child custody rights sabotaged. In addition to that, the police claimed that someone made false statements at Salvation Army saying that I was blocking traffic. It was impossible for me to block traffic. I was sitting there, right after my birthday, April 26th. So it was impossible for me to be blocking traffic sitting there at the courtyard. They have cameras there. But I've had an inability for police to investigate multiple different reports that I made for years. So my child custody.
When you went to the Southwest station, what exactly did you report last week?
Well, see, the thing of it is the problem. I can't report all of the crimes that happen to me. Police pick and choose which investigations they do. So I did report that I believe that he's behind the harassment because it's been going on years. I was threatened and haven't been able to report that either. Police would not let me report that, so I don't understand. I don't know what I can do to combat my inability to be able to report crimes and get in proper investigation.
Now, it sounds like you made a bunch of calls to police. What have they told you about how to file a harassment case? What have we told you?
I'm not understanding because I just gave you a lot of amazing experiences, and I don't know how to get them investigated.
Yeah. And do you know what it takes to make an harassment in Dallas County?
I'm sorry, what was your name?
Do you know what it takes?
I'm sorry, what was your name?
Berry, Jeff Berry.
Okay, and your badge number?
10207.
Okay, I just wanted to know why I can't get these crimes investigated. I don't really know how to get help because I've been reporting these crimes for years and can't get proper investigation anywhere.
Oh, well, I can only deal with what I got today, okay? And what it says here is you got harassing phone calls on different dates and times. And they're coming from a private number. Is that right? Right,
and I'm telling you that I think that my stalker is probably behind it, and I don't know why police refuse me investigation for it.
That's fine.
And if you're a detective,
now let me ask you this:
if you're a detective, can you refer me to a detective for the other crimes? Why would they only allow me to report certain crimes, like my identity theft? Why can't I report that if I believe that he's behind me, my life getting railroaded? Why am I only getting allowed?
Like I said, I'm only addressing what I got here.
Right, but this is the thing. So, I just don't understand why police are picking and choosing what crimes I can report. Because I mean, there's some major things going on, and I appreciate the education for the harassing and threatening phone calls. But if people are sabotaging me and taking my freedom, why can't I report that to the police? If it's why can't I report the fact that a train driver locked me on the train while I was getting threatened by boys? Why can't I report amazing events like that to the police?
Well, you can. You just need to report it to the appropriate location, And I think it sounds like you've had multiple experiences with different agencies.
I have, and there a lot of, I don't know why, but police are falsifying information in reports. They're saying that they're giving me criminal trespasses instead of taking the reports that I'm giving them. And that's a
Well, they took
felony.
this
I don't know why they
What
would
I'm going
do
to tell
that.
you, if you want the harassment charge to go through, you're going to have like a forensic audit of your phone, meaning that you need to call your phone company, your phone provider, and for the specific dates you're talking about, and ask them if they can provide a forensic audit, and then we can look at it and determine, where the phone calls are coming from. And the other thing with harassments is there's got to be no communication between the two parties. You got to try to, you got to not be talking to them or communicating on text or anything like that. And we got to be able to see that. And the district attorney requires a minimum of 10 per day calls. And for text, it's like 50 per day before we can file a case. So we got to look at that. So if you want something
okay,
done on your
I got that.
thing,
but there's major other events that are getting ignored.
Like I said, I'm only going to address the harassment because that's the case I have, okay?
Right, but if you're a detective, why would the police department deny me investigation for multiple crimes that happened to me for years? That's a felony.
Well, you can take that up with downtown. I mean, I'm not trying to give you a hard time or anything, ma'am.
Well, I just wanted to be able to combat because I'm not being heard. There's multiple parties covering for my abuse and sabotaging my life and have been doing it for years. I don't understand. I'm not able to communicate, sir, and this happens quite often. It's a red flag.
Try to help you out a little bit, but you're going to have to follow through on your end, other than making a phone call.
Well,
so I would get with your phone company.
That's gaslighting me.
Who's your provider?
Okay. If I can finish communicating, which is a red flag, because I haven't been able to do it for years, I would like to know why my phone has cut off in emergencies, why the police deny me investigation for all these major events that I've experienced. You're saying that it has to be a minimum of 10 phone calls. I want to report that I think that my life is in jeopardy when multitude of people sabotage my life and violate my rights and have been doing that for so long. I don't feel safe that I can't report crimes to the police department year after year. I don't feel safe when I try to go report crimes and my fear that I get detained and arrested. I don't feel safe when police assault me and arrest me at domestic violence support groups. I have been begging for my life and trying to communicate that for years, and it's been getting ignored. And they want to take minimal reports and then railroad me and can prevent me from using scapegoats and different things to prevent me from reporting other crimes. So I don't have, they've minimized the phone costs they've minimized it since the police wouldn't take the reports initially. It's not 10 calls a day anymore. But it's been going on years and police denied me a report of that. And do you have to get threatened 10 times a day before someone picks up that investigation?
So are you asking a question?
Yes. Can you just get threatened one time, or does it have to be a multitude of times?
Well, it don't even have to be a threat. It just needs to be excessive and be a nuisance. So there's a difference between threatening phone calls. But again, we got to have proof of that. We got to.
Well, you had the proof, but they wouldn't take the proof. That's what this is what I'm trying to communicate, sir.
And not have no information.
Yeah, if the proof was provided, and then my arrest was getting threatened and citations to cover for it. I don't understand why the police would keep on mistreating me like that and prevent me from making reports like today. I feel that I do not feel safe and I cannot report it anywhere on the planet. A multitude of people are slandering me, sabotaging my life, railroading me, and I cannot get a proper investigation anywhere on the planet. I went to the FBI trying to report it. They took me outside, handcuffed me, and violated me there. Wow. I don't appreciate getting arrested at a domestic violence support group and can't report it anywhere on the planet. Why can't I report that to you? Who do I go report getting violated like that? I don't feel safe. It sounds
like you've reported many times and you went to some high authorities. But like I said, only case I have is harassment.
I'm talking to a detective. I don't normally get.
More than happy to help you, okay? And when you got that, you call me back.
Sir, are you denying me the right to protect my life? I don't feel safe.
I got to go, okay? Because
I don't feel safe.
Going nowhere, and I'm trying to be polite to you, okay?
Why would you mistreat me and I don't feel safe?
that I need, call me back and we can make an appointment, okay?
The multiple people do this when I communicate. I don't feel safe. They get off the phone. That's
Well,
a red
Ms.
flag to
Clark,
why I don't feel safe.
you're just rambling on, and we're trying to
Well,
help you.
sir, I was
Just
arrested at a
one
domestic violence support group, and multiple parties cover up
Ms.
for my
Clark, you give me what
abuse.
you need, and I'll be more than happy to help you, okay? Thank you.
So this has been going on years. It's sick.